Hey Taurus, it's Suzanne with Sunny Forest Tarot here to do your Happy New Year reading. I've been away for a little while. I apologize for that. I don't know, what can I say? My life kind of went in a complete different direction in December. I'm deciding right now whether that's a good or a bad thing. So I'm a little bit in split energy. What happens when you're in split energy? It's like you're not necessarily giving 100% to any one thing because you're so split. And I don't like being in that energy. I'm either going to find a way to make everything that I do work in a better fashion, or something's going to have to go. So we will see. All right, so we're going to take a look. We're going to do a little, take a little look in the past, 2020. We're going to take a look at the recent past, 2021. And then we're going to look at 2022 for you. All right. So the year of 2020 was the year of number 4. So in 2020, a lot of people were hit with reality, or some type of reality that maybe they didn't want to face, or maybe they found something to be difficult about that, which led them to contemplate. Okay, 4s are also about contemplation, which is a lot of thinking. Whatever it was that you spent the most of your time thinking about, in some way probably showed up in 2021. Barney, that's what happens when you don't eat your breakfast. Boogie comes in and eats it. All right, you leave his breakfast alone, okay? I know. Yeah, I have dog interruptions in my readings this week. Yes, I see you. Okay, you can sit there if you're good. All right. All right. So we have to remove one of these male animals. All right, Boogie, come on. You're going. All right, Barney. All right. Oh, brother. You get over there. No. You stay there. All right. Oh, my goodness. All right, Barney, move over. Brother. Okay. All right, you can sit there. All right, so let's take a look at what 2020 was about for you. Trust. I'm sorry. You didn't finish it. All right, so what's the next step? Everybody has to go in their house. Yeah, it's unfortunate. All right, I'm putting you down. Come on. Taurus, I'm going to be right back. All right, Barney, get in your house. Boogie, come here. Come here. Come here. Get in your house. Thank you. Oh my goodness. All right. Sorry, Taurus. What can I say? That is just... You should see the Aries video. All right. So anyway, 2020 in some way was about trust for you. Okay. It says, allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. All right. So what was it that you were contemplating in 2020? You might have to kind of think back. In some way, it was about trusting the universe, not necessarily trusting yourself. You don't have to trust yourself, but it was about trusting the universe. Something was coming. You might have felt it. You might have felt a massive transformation coming in your life, and you were in some way preparing for it. The universe was saying, there's something that we're going to present to you, and it's going to involve and take a lot of trust from you. And I feel like, that leads to 2021. 2021 is a year of the number 5, which is about change and chaos. You know, did you find that your life changed significantly in 2021, or did you find that you were in some type of chaos about something? Let's see what 2021 was about for you. Expansiveness. So this is a positive thing, right? Expanding is a positive thing, but it came to you in some way because you were trusting the universe. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. That's what that's saying exactly. You know, when we try to take things on ourselves, when we try to progress something forward and we try to force something, lots of times, you know, we find ourselves kind of sitting in a lack of success because our ego is controlling how we're moving forward. This is about trusting the universe. So in 2021, you might have struggled a little bit with giving up some ego or trying to control something, or, you know, being that King of Pentacles. You know, were you hanging on to your pentacles? Were you hanging on to your experiences, or were you letting them go and expanding and giving and trusting the universe? 2021 brought expansiveness to you through I feel like the chaos of the ego. So your ego was challenged with something in 2021. That's why trust is coming up for 2020. The universe was preparing you in some way for this. All right. And it has challenged you. So what do we have in 2022? 2022 is a year of the number 6. 6s are about love and harmony. Love and harmony within yourself, love and harmony with other people, love and harmony with what you do, and also about choices in love. So let's see what 2022 is about for you. Grounded. So this says, many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. So when it comes to joy, dignity, and courage, where do you feel you might be struggling right now? Are you struggling with joy? You know, do you feel somebody has robbed you of some type of dignity? Or do you feel like you need an immense amount of courage to accomplish something? What does grounded mean? It means getting out of your head. So 2022, something is coming into reality for you. And it comes into reality when you're in this energy of joy, dignity, and courage. Courage is another way of saying or having faith, okay? And not fear. What's the opposite of joy? You know, it's apathy, sadness. The opposite of courage is fear. I'm not really sure what the opposite of dignity would be. But I feel like those three things are very important in grounding you in a situation in reality. So that's what 2022 is about. So the choices that you make around love, are they grounding or are they putting you back up in your head? When you are in your head, you have time to question the universe. And you were meant to learn and trust the universe back in 2020. All right, so the tarot deck that I'm going to use today is called the Native Spirit Tarot. The creator of this deck reached out to me and shared his deck with me, and I said I would be happy to use it on my channel and talk about it. Not because anybody is paying me to do this. It's because I really love the deck. You can find this on Amazon right now. It's a new deck. I love this deck because of the simplicity of the images. I love the colors. I love the peacefulness of it. So I feel like the darker the colors in this deck, the lower the energy is of that particular card. And I love the way he interprets the cards as well. So let's see what we have for you for 2022. All right, so we're talking about choices in love. The first card represents the what when it comes to love for you in 2022. The second card represents the who. The third card represents the why. Why is love important, or why are choices in love important to you in 2022? The fourth card represents the how. Okay? I feel like the how is attached to this card right here. Then finally, we're going to look at the when. When is love, or when are choices in love going to be very important to you? All right, so let's look at the what. What is important here? We've got Page of Cups. So you can see the most illuminated part of this image is the fish in the cup. Okay, you know, the fish represents the emotion in that cup. You know, are you going to hang on to that fish, or are you going to share that fish? Pages are about messages, messengers. I feel like the what is about emotional communication when it comes to love or choices in love. Emotional communication. And it's also about, this is page energy. So I feel like the choice is, you know, am I going to emotionally communicate about something that I love, or somebody that I love, or to somebody I love, in an immature way, or am I going to mature in how I emotionally communicate? It might be about maturity around communication. Let's take a look at the why. Why is love important here? 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups is shown up in the why quite a bit. 9 of Cups, the reason that this is important, you know, it could be what you love, who you love, all right, is because whatever this is, you authentically consider this a dream come true. So 9 of Cups, very bright, cheery card there. Let's look at the how. How? Queen of Arrows. So this is the Queen of Swords. So when we're looking at how we make choices in love, it's like the Queen of Swords is very definitive, very decisive. Being decisive, okay? Being decisive about knowing what brings you joy and dignity, and having the courage to do what needs to be done, because 2020 and 2021 prepared you for this. Queen of Arrows is a card of Libra. All right, so you might be dealing with a Libra, or you might be dealing with somebody that balances you out in some way. This is about, for you, it's about being decisive. Being decisive about what you know, what you feel, and what you trust. That's how you move forward with this, is by being very decisive and knowing what you know and embracing it. Let's look at the when. Let's look at the when. Ooh, all right, so we've got 8 of Wands. So 8 of Wands, that is either the 8th day of a month, 8 weeks, or 8 months. 8 months brings us to August. August might be a significant time for some specific communication, okay? 8 of Wands is about communication. It could be about travel as well. You might be traveling in August with respect to something or somebody that you love. All right, so let's look at the who. The who. All right, so we have the 6 of Swords. Sorry, 4 of Swords. Excuse me. All right, so you might be dealing with an air sign. We've got air energy here, air energy here. So this person, whoever they are, okay, you know, this again may not be a romantic connection, but I feel like whatever is going on for you when it comes to what you love or who you love, there's some immature emotional communication that I feel like there needs to be some maturity, and it could be coming from you or coming from that person. I feel like that might be a little bit of the challenge. The 4 of Swords, when it comes to explaining a person, okay, whoever this is really likes to spend a lot of time in their head, okay, really likes to think about what they're going to do versus maybe actually doing it. So, you know, if you feel in any way stagnated by somebody, or you feel like things aren't moving forward, this person might be, you might be taking in this person's energy as well. Okay, so if you find yourself thinking a lot about what's next, or what's happening, or why something isn't happening, I feel like it's coming from this other person. This other person is spending a lot of time in their head. Why do people spend time in their head? Because they're not sure of something. You know, what is it that this particular person is not sure of? Knight of Wands. Okay. Knight of Wands, and what else? 10 of Cups. Okay, so I feel like whoever this is, you know, and it could be a boss, it could be a family member, it could be a love relationship, an interest, whatever it is. You know, this person is really unsure of where they're going. Knight of Wands is kind of flighty energy. You know, the horse goes in one direction, then it goes in another direction. This person isn't really sure what direction they're going. They don't really know what path they need to take to get to 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is emotional fulfillment. This is a future card. So what this person is really trying to figure out is their path towards emotional fulfillment and how you play a role in that. Okay? So let's look at the Queen of Swords for the how, because that's about you being decisive. And then the what, which is Page of Cups, which is emotional communication. All right, and then we have 6 of Swords. Okay, so that tells me that it's not about the Page of Cups. It's about where the Page of Cups is going to take you. We've got 2 cards of travel here. You might be traveling more in the year of 2022. But we also have this number 6 here, which, you know, I feel like speaks to the year of 2022. This is about, 6 of Swords can be about progress. All right. There is going to be progress with emotional communication. I don't feel like it's about the Page of Cups. All right. So we've got the 9 of Swords. This is why the Queen of Swords is coming out for you, Taurus, okay? Because emotional communication, while, you know, you might be making progress, I feel like in between the progress that you make with how you're communicating emotionally, it's like you don't necessarily pat yourself on the back for the emotional progress or the emotional communication and the progress that you've made with that. You end up worrying about what you've said, what you've done. Did you reveal too much? Is my heart on my sleeve? You end up worrying about that. That sets you, that's why we have the page here, because that's the immaturity that needs to be addressed when it comes to love and choices that you're making around loving communication. You end up worrying about how you communicate, if it was the right thing to say, if it was the right thing to do. You know, am I revealing too much? Queen of Swords, going back to the how. King of Coins, Taurus, that is you, okay? So when we look at the how, damn it, by being decisive, it allows you to embrace the best version of yourself. You are the best version of yourself when you have a lot to offer, have a lot to give, you know, whatever that means to you. You're happiest when you're able to share the best part of yourself. So by being decisive about what you communicate, how you communicate emotionally, that allows you, it brings out the best in you. One more on the King of Pentacles. All right, so we have the 5 of Cups. All right, so the 5 of Cups, you know, I feel like that speaks to the year 2021, right? The year of the number 5, you know, and in the year of the number 5, which was about change and chaos and even loss for somebody, for some people, where I feel like 2021 is asked you to expand beyond the ego. I feel like these 3 empty cups are representing that ego. All you have to do is turn around and take a look at the 2 of Cups that's here. That's what you want to give to. That's what the King of Coins, that's what the King of Pentacles wants to give to, is the 2 of Cups, a mutual connection, a mutual emotional connection. And I feel like it's about being decisive. This is not decisive, right? You're not decisively looking at the 2 of Cups. You're decisively looking at the 3 of Cups that have spilled over. You know, the worry. You know, what did I lose by saying or sharing that emotional feeling? What did I lose? What am I going to potentially lose? What is this person going to think of me? What is this job going to think of me? What are these people going to think of me? The 3 spilled cups represents ego for you. All right, so let's look at the why. 9 of Cups. Ace of Arrows, which is Ace of Swords. It's very simple, okay? It's, you know, when we're looking at why love is important to you, it's because Love represents truth to you. Over here, you know, this Nine of Swords, that's not truth, right? Because our thoughts lie to us. That's why 2020 was preparing you for this. The universe was preparing you for this. You got to trust. You've got to trust the universe. You've got to trust maybe what you don't see. You have to trust what you feel. And there's something about a dream coming true that resonates with truth and love for you. Okay? And it ultimately grounds you when you're in that joy, dignity, and you find that courage to turn around and look at those Two of Cups, which is what's mutual. Let's look at what might be happening in August. Page of Arrows. I feel like this is what you overcome, okay? By August, in August, or on the 8th of a month, or within 8 weeks, okay? You overcome through communication. You overcome the Page of Arrows, which is the Page of Swords. It's like you will be able to stop seeking the truth because you will be living the truth. You will be able to stop seeking or going through back doors to find the truth because you will have found the courage to open the front door, turn around and look at those Two of Cups, okay? Help this person by doing that realize what their emotional fulfillment is when it comes to you. Expansiveness. It's beautiful. So let's take a look at some numerology cards here. Whoops. Manifestation. What number? Number 8. All right, that's an important number for you. August, an important number, or the 8th of a month, 8 weeks, 8 months is when things are going to happen. 57, teaching and learning. Whatever is happening with you, whatever is going on with you, whatever your situation is, not only are you a teacher in this situation, but you're also learning from the situation. And 57 breaks down to the number 12, which breaks down to the number 3. How are you teaching and learning? 3s are about communication. 8 of Wands, communication, all right? So that is how you're teaching, and that is how you are learning from whoever this is. What else do we have? Creativity. What number do we have? Number 3. Getting creative with your communication, having the confidence, because you are manifesting your dreams here. And you equate your dreams and love as truth. So allow yourself to be creative in your communication because it gets you out of that 9 of Swords, 5 of Cups energy. Okay? When you're actively creating something, you don't have time to listen to thoughts that lie to you. Okay? And embrace what you know and trust the universe. You are expanding through this situation and ultimately getting out of your head and ultimately experiencing that joy, that dignity, and realizing that having that faith and courage is what brings you to the next level in this situation or in this relationship. So be comfortable being creative with how you're communicating. It might be required, especially helping this person kind of navigate how they get to 10 of Cups potentially with you. Okay? Sorry about the dogs, but ultimately I felt like that was kind of a powerful reading for you. So Taurus, if you're looking for a deeper reading, you can certainly reach out. If not, no worries. I will talk to you next time. All right. Thanks so much. Bye.